I am going to try and do a video or two. So yeah, I wanted to do a video right now about my piercing experience, and for me it hasn't been anything too wild or crazy. I could definitely like have piercings everywhere and have metal everywhere, and you know, like last night I was listing off where I want more piercings and John's looking at me like, you're crazy. And he always says like, I'm not gonna let her do that. But I have some, and so I wanted to kind of do like experience on those. And so yeah, I remember, I'll just get into it, I guess. I remember getting my first set of holes on my ears when I was like 10. And I went like to the mall or something with my grandma, and we got my ears done. And then when I was 13, I decided I want a second hole, and we went and we got the second hole, and they were both with guns. And I never really had a problem with it. The worst thing ever is I'm allergic to different kinds of metals, so I can only wear hypoallergenic stainless steel, that kind of thing. I haven't tried titanium. Maybe I should try titanium. Also, so those were my first two piercings, was at like the mall with a gun. Never had any problem. When I was, so that was my first hole, my second hole. I want a third hole on my lobe. That will be maybe soon, maybe around my birthday, I don't know. And then the next one I got when I turned 18. My friends and I had to get out of the house. We had a sleepover and things were weird, and so we just went out and I got my cartilage done. I got my right cartilage done way up here on top at a shop with a gun, and it never healed. I think I had it in for probably a year, but then I took it out and let it heal, and I remember it took forever to heal even with the earring out of it. And now I have one of those knots on top of my ear. I can't remember what they're called. So that was the third piercing I got, and I was really, that was when I was 18, and I didn't get another piercing until just last year when I was 24. So for 6 years I didn't get a piercing because you don't get any more piercings than that. You know, I'm a wife, I'm a stay-at-home mom, I'm a housewife, I am a Christian, I go to church, and you just don't get piercings. It's just ugh. So I always like shied away from it, and like I always wanted them, I wanted more, but I never had like the umph because of all those stereotypes. The stay-at-home mom, the wife, the Christian, the churchgoer, like, were always discouraging for me to get them, so I never did. But then last year, John shipped out to Basic at the end of February, and like a year ago, oh, of course it was a year ago, the end of February, but then a month later, sometime middle of March, closer to the end of March, I kind of went through this like crazy fit where I just had to do something. I just had to do something. I was gonna chop my hair off, or I was gonna dye it purple, or I was gonna go get a tattoo, or I was gonna go get piercings. And I finally decided I probably should get a piercing, but I didn't know what I wanted, and then I decided that I really wanted my tongue pierced. I knew that for a fact. And then I was kind of, I didn't know about my ears yet. So I went in to the shop. I decided on my tongue and my tragus, and he was like, okay, well, we're gonna do your tongue first. And he was like, stick your tongue out, let me see it. He was getting all the stuff ready. He and another guy were talking about like income tax, because it was March, so it's income tax time, and he was talking about income tax, and he was telling me like what you're gonna, you're gonna remember to breathe, don't flinch, like all this stuff. And it was just stick your tongue out. When I'm gonna do it on the count of 3. He did it on 2, and I didn't even feel it. Like it did not painfully hurt. You know something was happening, but all you feel is the movement. You don't feel pain. And then he put the bar in, done. It was like 5 seconds, okay? Literally 5 seconds. And I didn't feel it at all. And then he was like, okay, now we're gonna do, this one's gonna hurt a little worse because it's through cartilage, of course. So it did, I felt it. It was only like a little pinch though. Like if you were to take your fingernails and like pinch your ear, not even the hardest that you can, like maybe half as hard as you could. So I felt that one, but he got it in. And then he told me how to take care of it, and we were done. And I was probably, it takes me longer to drive to my piercing place than it does to get the piercings. Ridiculous. But he's super friendly, super nice, he used to be in the medical field, so, he's super hygienic. Just, for my first piercing experience, it was phenomenal. And I'm so glad, you guys, there's a little trick I learned because I've had so many oral surgeries with getting my braces and stuff. I had so many oral surgeries done that I thought ahead and I took Tylenol before I got my tongue done. And I'm so glad I did because I don't think it was as bad. Because I had taken it beforehand. But then afterward, I think I had like cream of chicken soup. You can't drink beer, and that's okay because I don't drink by myself anyway. But you can't drink because of the wheat in the beer. It will actually cause like a yeast infection, or the yeast will actually cause like a yeast infection in your mouth, and it's called thrush, and it's pretty bad. So you're not supposed to drink for like the first 7 days till it starts healing. I would say I was swollen for probably the first 5 days. I had a horrible lisp. You eat like, you have a liquid diet for the first day or two, and then you slowly move on to harder foods, and you learn like how to chew without moving your tongue. Like my worst thing was when I would eat, I would catch the bar and like drag it to one side or the other, or bite it, because the bar is so long when they first, to give your tongue room to swell, because they know it's gonna swell. It was just, it was so long in my mouth for that first month. And I didn't tell John because, well, he was in basic, so he didn't know. But I remember like taking a picture and sending him a picture of me with my tongue stuck out while he was at basic, and that's how he found out. And so then on a phone call, he was like, you got your tongue pierced, and that's cool, because I didn't ask permission to do it, I just did it. So, and I got my tragus done. That was super easy. You just wash. My tragus, the one thing that people don't say when you like research tragus and ask people how they like tragus and all that is earbuds. If you have like headphones, I don't think it would matter, but I use like the in-ear earbuds. Ugh, they don't fit in your ear anymore. They do now that it's healed, because now I can like move it. It's weird. But while it's healing, you can't put an earbud in your ear, and it hurts so bad. And then a couple months ago, I went with my friend, the friend that told me about the shop, and she was like, hey, I'm gonna go get some piercings, and you wanna come? And I was like, yeah, what are we gonna get? And I'm so excited. And so I decided, I knew I was gonna get my other tragus, my left tragus, and my right cartilage done again. And she was getting her nose done, and I was like, oh, that'd be so cool. Even though the nose was one of the things that I always thought I wouldn't get done. I'm not gonna get my nose done. And then like that week when she was talking about, I was like, I think I want to get my nose done too. And like I asked John, and he was like, no, I really don't want you to, you know. And then I like bugged him about it for a couple days. I didn't like beg, but I did beg. And he finally was like, if that's what you want, I guess so. And I was like, we can always take it out and all this stuff. So she and I went, and I got my nose done. And they made me go first because I was so scared of having my nose done. They were like, she's going first. And so they made me go first. And he did it in the order, my nose, then my tragus, and then my cartilage. And with the nose, I felt it a little bit, like a little tiny pinch, but he was so fast that it doesn't even, like, boop, done. The only thing was that he says, like, breathe, don't squint, because, you know, like, you kind of wrinkle your nose. And he was like, don't wrinkle your nose, don't wrinkle your nose, don't wrinkle your nose. And I was like, I'm sorry, because I didn't even know I was doing it. And then my tragus was okay. It won't heal. Like, it's been 4 months, and I know it's still not completely healed. It's healthy. I keep it very clean, you know, I watch it. It was healing, and then Phoebe, my baby, kicked me in the ear and like ripped it open or something. So it's taken forever to heal, but I still like it. And then my cartilage, my right cartilage, I told him, I was like, I have a knot, please don't hit my knot. And he was like, I don't do that unless you make me mad. And I was like, well, I won't make you mad. He was joking. And so he did that. But the thing is, when you go in and you get multiple piercings at once, each consecutive piercing hurts more. So like, my tongue was a 0 when the piercing happened. My tragus was maybe like a 1 when the piercing happened. My nose was a 1 when the piercing happened. Afterward, they always hurt more. My ear, my other tragus was probably like a 4, just because he'd already done my nose, and your body knows that something is happening and that it needs to start making adrenaline. So with each consecutive piercing, the pain gets worse because you're more sensitive to it. So that tragus was probably a 4. And then when he did my cartilage, I thought I was gonna die. It was probably like a 7 or an 8. And my eyes like actually teared up. Like, I can't do this. But I like it. Like, it's exciting to get piercings. It's like I decided I like getting piercings because of the pain. Does that make sense? Like, I like the metal and I like the look, but I also don't mind the pain because I am a masochist. And it's like, it's the excitement, like getting on a roller coaster and going to the top of the roller coaster, and it's the excitement that you know that they're gonna send you, that you're going down the first like really big roller coaster hill. That's the kind of excitement I have for piercings, and I cannot wait to go get more. I want my 3rd hole, I want some more cartilage, I want, sometime maybe I want an industrial, and dermals. I want dermals so bad. It's not even funny. So, that is my, I know I rambled so bad, I'm sorry, but that is my piercing experience and history. If you ever have any questions, feel free to post them and I would answer them. And if there's something I didn't cover, remind me down in the comments. Please like and comment and subscribe to see more of my random videos. Thanks guys, bye.